So I'm going to show you how to upload your storyline project to the GitHub desktop. So let's begin. First, you're going to need your GitHub application. You could just download GitHub desktop and Articulate 360. I'm going to open up my Articulate 360 here. I'm going to hit the word publish once everything is set and ready to go. You want to make sure you have a title, obviously, lesson. Make sure for tracking, you go to tracking here. It's when the learner has viewed. Make sure that's checked off. And everything else should be set. Report to LMS 1.2, whatever you need for that part right there. And then hit publish. Now, I may speed up this video depending how fast this is. Okay, now you want to hit open. I like this because then I can minimize this and get to it later. I hit close. Okay, close this. We don't need this anymore. You don't need to save changes. We're set. The next step is you want to go back to this folder. You see the word story here? We want to make it an index. We'll call it the word index. So it recognizes the file. So you want to call it index. Make sure you look for HTML. I'm using the Edge browser. Make sure it says index. Okay. Now, you still need these files, so just minimize this for now. Okay. Now, you want to go to the GitHub desktop, create a new repository on your hard drive. Click on that. I'm going to label it lesson 1. Okay. I'm not going to leave a description. You can if you want. This is important. You want to have the README file. Create repository. This may take a moment. Give it a sec. Okay. Now you'll notice there's no files here. How do we get the files there? Good question. We go back to our folder here. And what we want to do is just make sure it's there. This is the GitHub folder. We're going to put it in here. Okay. You can go here. Okay. And just grab all these. Copy it. Go back to your downloads. Look for the GitHub folder. Make sure you know where you put it. Lesson 1. You'll see there's a README file there. That's okay. About the format, just hit paste. Put all the files there. I copied it because if there's a problem, whatever. So now all the files are. You're done. You don't need this. Now, when you go back to here, you'll notice right away it puts all the files there. Great. I'm going to call this telehealth, just so we know what it's called. And then once you label it, because you have to have a summary, you hit commit to main. Now this is pushing it out into the github.com website. And we're going to go there next once this is pushed in there. But first, we want to make sure this is in there. This may take a minute or two, depending on your internet speed. Okay, now we want to create a new branch. For testing purposes, I'm going to call this test. You can call it whatever you need to call it for your project. Create branch. Keep in mind, this isn't instantaneous when it uploads to the URL. I just want to mention that. Now we have it set. Now we want to publish repository. But before we do, we have to unclick, make sure it says keep this code private is unclicked, and then publish. Now what it's doing is it's pushing it to the github.com website. This may take a little time, so you just have to bear with it. Okay. Now it says that it's done. Okay, so now where to go? You have to go to github.com, which I'm already logged into. I'll have to refresh. You're not going to see it otherwise. Assuming you haven't logged in, you would see it right here, lesson 1. Okay. All right. Here is our project here, and we want to go to settings. And the next thing we want to go to is pages right here under code and automation. And we want the source to be that branch, which is test. And everything else looks okay. Then we hit save. And now you have the file, or the website rather. Now, a quick note, this is going to take 1 to 2 minutes before you can actually view it. So I want to keep that in mind. I'll repeat that. It's going to take 1 to 2 minutes. So we can wait on the timer here. So let's see. I don't think it's going to work right now. Oh, it is. Okay, so then let's see. And voila.
Telehealth has expanded exponentially across the healthcare continuum.
There is
Values of
my
expansion. Let's
my
explore.
presentation.
Telehealth Module 1. Introduction
Okay. So this is the link you would use in your portfolio or in an iframe. You should know how to do that. But this is how you would use GitHub to show someone your presentation. You just copy this link and then it would show them the presentation. So let's say you're trying to show it, someone say, oh, I want a copy of your work for Storyline. You just send them this URL and there you go. You could even use a URL shortener if you want. And that's how you would do it. Thank you, and I hope this helped you. Have a great day.